Job.
Y'all
That's
ready?
their job. This is me trying to learn something new. Are we doing it?
Go for it.
Okay. All right, we are with Sonny Cruse for our 10 questions with for this week. And thank you, Sonny, for taking time to visit with us this morning. We're going to get started with the questions. What is your position with Bonham ISD?
I serve as the superintendent of schools for Bonham ISD.
Okay. What are your daily responsibilities?
Oh, it's really multifaceted because as superintendent you get to wear a whole lot of different hats. Everybody thinks that, because we are operating a school, but a school, even though our job is educating kids, but it is also a business. So at various times of the day I may be wearing a curriculum hat, I may be wearing a school budget finance hat, maintenance and transportation hat, grievance, solving complaints. Sometimes it's my job to motivate, so it's multifaceted. It's an exciting job.
What was your very first job?
Oh my gosh, I've had a paying job since I was 12 years old.
Wow.
My first job, I grew up down in southeast Texas in Brazoria County, went to the Angleton ISD public school system. Lived about 30 miles from there out in the sticks, down the Brazos River bottoms, and some farms and ranches and that kind of thing. So I worked for a rancher, and he got in this deal where he would buy calves that didn't have a mama at the sale, and then he had some milk cows. So I took care of those milk cows, and I took care of those baby calves, and he paid me, it probably wasn't even minimum wage, a couple bucks an hour, and then it got to the point I got pretty good at the survival rate of them. So then he started giving me a bonus when we got them to sale. So I took care of about 20 baby calves and these milk cows. That was my first paying job at 12 years old, and I did that for a couple of years.
Wow, that's impressive. Who do you count as your mentor?
Oh, I've had tons of mentors. I would not be where I am if it weren't for the people that have directly affected me. I think first and foremost were some of my high school teachers. A lady named Pat Montgomery, a lady named Kim Cranston, a coach named Dan Gandy, a coach named Noe Chavez, a guy named John Daniels. They let me know that I could really go to college. They're the one that motivated me to go to college, because I didn't grow up in a home. I was the first one to go to college. My mom and dad, my dad graduated in high school, my mother didn't. Mm-hmm. So they really let me know that I could go to college, and a couple of them, took a little more time, that really thought I would be a good teacher. Mm-hmm. And so they motivated that within me.
Good deal. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
If I could change one, I'd be taller and have more hair.
That's two things.
That's two things. But if I were taller, you wouldn't know I was bald. So
okay.
So that's those things.
I guess that's how it works. That's okay. In your position with Bonham ISD, what do you consider the greatest opportunities?
Well, our greatest opportunities, every day we have the chance to change the future. Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of education, because it truly does change the future. So every day when we come to work, we have the ability to make a difference, to help change somebody's future. So that is a great opportunity.
I agree. In your position with Bonham ISD, what do you consider the greatest challenges?
There are many of challenges that come up on a daily basis. School finance is a huge challenge. Mm-hmm. That's probably the biggest, and then just curriculum and testing, and those are big challenges. And mm-hmm. and within our district, we have about 65% of our students that come from that are low socioeconomic, and that presents challenges. We have to do things a little differently to try to help people be successful there. So those are some of the biggest challenges.
That's correct. That's true. How has technology impacted the way you do business today?
Technology is evolving so quickly, it's hard for schools to keep up. Mm-hmm. And that goes back somewhat to finances. But it's changing the way we deliver instruction, because we're dealing with a student population now that they're digital natives. Mm-hmm. A lot of our educators are not digital natives. So that's a point of conflict right there.
Right.
So, but it's changed the way we deliver instruction. I mean, last year through a T3 grant, we were able to do what's called, we put Promethean whiteboards in mm-hmm. most of our campuses, which are a real interactive piece of technology. We have overhead projectors and document cameras. All teachers are required to use computers. We just did receive what's called a connections grant, and we're going to get that about $800,000, and we're in collaboration with ARP ISD on that, and We're doing a one-to-one laptop initiative that we'll do for our high school students. So it is in front of us. And with that being said, it's changed the way we deliver instruction because students are used to things more quickly. And, you know, and they need to keep moving. And, you know, the days of just a teacher standing up and lecturing for 45, 50 minutes, those are gone. You know, and I don't know if they were that effective, you know, to be real honest with you. And we just have to adapt and keep presenting things the way kids learn. So.
I agree. Tell us something about you most people don't know.
There's many things people don't know. Most people probably don't know that I can give you several things, but most people don't know I'm really a sap at heart. I love Hallmark movies. I like those kind of movies, you know, and I like good, you know, and my kids and my wife will tell you I will even cry during them sometimes. You know, that's just me. So
That's pretty interesting. If you could have a different career, what would it be?
I would have went to law school.
Law school.
Yeah, that was one of the things I kept toying back and forth with a little bit. I probably would have gone to law school.
I bet you would have been.
I don't know if I'd have been any good at it, but
Yeah.
I'd gone to law school.
Too sappy, maybe?
But hindsight right now, if I were going into law school, if I changed careers right now and I went to law school, I would represent I would go into education law. Because, you know, I think you're representing a bunch of good people that really want to do. Sometimes people make mistakes, but in their heart they want to do the right thing.
That's right. Well,
So-
Sonny, that's my 10 questions.
That was painless.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you for meeting with us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
That's it.